Baby, this is your fighting season. The one where you ain't waiting to be picked, clapped for, or confirmed. You show up anyway with history in your bones and proof in your breath that you're still here. And you remember what it felt like to be loyal to people who vanished when it got real, to be the one who kept giving while they kept watching you drown. But you don't live there now. You walked out of that version of yourself without leaving a forwarding address. This is where you say what you mean without choking on fear, where you stop twisting into shapes just to fit into places you were never meant to settle in. And they thought the silence meant surrender, but you were just storing your strength, building it slow, quiet, unfiltered, until it filled your spine and straightened your stance. You no longer explain yourself to people who benefited from your confusion, no longer asking for understanding for people who never tried to meet you where you were. See, you ain't begging. You're not playing small. You're not performing loyalty to people who never earned the role. Your no is solid now, not followed by guilt, not needing backstory, just solid because you said so. You left the door open back then, but not this time. This time you locked it behind you and threw the key where you can't even reach it. This is where the tears didn't stop. You just stopped justifying them. This is where you rest without asking for permission. This is when you remember you never needed their approval, just your own permission to leave, to heal, to start over without dragging that weight forward. You carried enough. You carried people, carried guilt, carried shame, and still stood by. Then, my baby, you done folding, done bleeding for people who wouldn't even hand you a bandage, done making yourself small for folks who never saw your fullness as a gift. This isn't a comeback. This is a return to the version of you that never had to explain power to be trusted with it. This is your fighting season. But this time you fight with boundaries, with truth, with silence that protects, not silence that buries. This time you don't lose, my baby. You choose.